Hi again, Stephen Wessner here from Predictive ROI, still in Chicago, in Wrigleyville, just outside of Wrigley Field. Amazing place to watch a game. And over the last several days, I've been huddled kind of in the Hotel Zachary right across the street from Wrigley Field, and we've been with several different business owners, actually about 35, 40 business owners, and we're focusing on strategy and how best to develop strategy in our business. And all of that has gotten my just brain kind of firing with different things. And one of those that I wanted to share with you is about this cornerstone content, the strategy of creating weekly cornerstone content and then slicing and dicing that into many smaller pieces so that every time your audience turns around, there you are being helpful. Did several solo casts on it, recorded several solo casts on it over the last several weeks, and shared some videos here too about the importance of doing that. But in that process, I think I was also remiss on something. I think I missed a key piece, and that's what I want to share with you today. And that is, not only is a piece of cornerstone content giving you the ability to slice and dice across many channels to be helpful to your audience with these little info snacks like Jay Baird talked about in episode 305 of Onward Nation, but it also does another thing. Yes, it helps establish you as the authority in your marketplace, absolutely. And that status of authority, well, what does that do for you? It does some really powerful things. For example, other media companies or properties, hosts of podcasts or writers of popular blogs or maybe contributors to Forbes or Inc., you start coming up on their radar. You start coming up on their radar as an authority, as an expert in your particular market, field, industry. So next time they're doing a podcast episode or doing a video series or writing a blog post or maybe a chapter in their book or maybe an article for Forbes or Inc., you're on their list. You're on their list as somebody that they want to reach out to. So you start getting invitations to be guests on other people's channels is the point. When you establish that authority, not only is it great for you to build your audience, of course, and being helpful to your audience, absolutely, and adding more value to your clients and prospects, all of that is a given and a great reason to do this strategy all by itself. And then you're raising your level of authority, and then what happens is you start getting invitations to come into other people's audiences and share your expertise with their audience and be helpful to their audience. And then what does that do for you? Not only does it give you a chance to be helpful to their audience, which again, that's an awesome reason to say yes to that, but also it helps you grow your audience because now you're exposed to other audiences and other channels. And here you are walking into that opportunity with the goal of being helpful, and then that audience learns from you, and now they come over and become part of your audience as well. So your community grows. So every time that you sit down to record a piece of cornerstone content, whether that's video, podcast, blog, article, write a chapter in a book, write a book, doesn't matter what the form of cornerstone content is. The fact that you're creating it on a weekly basis and then slicing and dicing it to be helpful to your audience is the important piece. And then that opens you up and invites others in to extend the invitation to you to become now part of their channels and their community, and then your community grows as a result. And that is an awesome, beautiful thing when that happens. So I hope that this was helpful. So I'm encouraging you to not only be intentional about creating your own content, but then opening yourself to those opportunities and invitations, because they will come, for you to be a guest on other people's channels. So again, I hope that that was helpful to you. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please know we'd love to have you. So please click subscribe, click the little bell next to it so you get a notification every time one of our YouTube videos is aired, which is typically every Thursday morning. Look forward to seeing you next week. And until then, double down and onward with gusto.